The number one animal on this list will haunt you. Let's get right into it. Number 10, the cassowary. Imagine a bird that looks like it missed its casting call for Jurassic Park. That's the cassowary. It's bright blue, 6 feet tall, and walks around the rainforest like it owns the place. But here's the terrifying part. Its claws. Each foot has a dagger-like claw up to 5 inches long, sharp enough to slice through flesh in a single kick. People call it the murder bird for a reason. Cassowaries don't just run, they sprint at 31 miles per hour through dense jungle. You trip once, you're done. And yes, they've killed humans. There are documented cases of people being disemboweled simply for getting too close. So the next time you think, oh, birds are harmless, just remember this one. A chicken runs from you. A cassowary runs at you. Still watching? Good, because things only get crazier. Number 9, the honey badger. You know that one friend who always starts fights they can't win, but somehow never loses? That's the honey badger. On paper, it shouldn't even be scary. It's small, barely 30 pounds. But then you watch it fight lions and cobras, and win. Honey badgers don't back down. They've been bitten by some of the most venomous snakes in the world and simply shrugged it off, taking a nap, then waking up to finish the fight. Scientists believe their physiology makes them highly resistant to venom. Think about that. Nature gave them a cheat code against poison. But it's not just snakes. Honey badgers raid beehives filled with thousands of stingers and walk away like it's breakfast. They fight jackals, hyenas, leopards, predators 10 times their size. And they keep going. The real question is, what could possibly out-crazy the honey badger? We'll come back to that at number 5. Let's continue. At number 8 is the hippopotamus. Most people think the lion is Africa's deadliest killer. Actually, wait, let me back up, because this is insane. The animal responsible for more deaths than lions, leopards, and crocodiles combined is the hippo. They look fat and slow, almost comical when you see them yawning in the river. But those jaws? They open wider than your torso, with teeth that can crush bone like chalk. Hippos kill about 500 people every single year. Boats get capsized, farmers get trampled. Even crocodiles, the swamp kings, get snapped in half like twigs. And here's what 90% of people get wrong. Hippos aren't slow. They can run 20 miles per hour on land and swim faster than Michael Phelps. Imagine a 3-ton tank sprinting at you in a swamp. That's a hippo. So yeah, lions roar, but hippos, they charge. And trust me, we're not even close to the scariest animals yet. Number 7, the polar bear. Now you'd think the Arctic is safe. Hardly anyone lives there, right? Except polar bears. And polar bears don't just attack out of hunger, they hunt humans on purpose. Unlike most predators, they don't stumble into an encounter. They track you. They'll follow your scent across the ice for miles, waiting, patient, calculating. And once they decide to move, forget it. A polar bear can sprint faster than Usain Bolt on snow. There are documented cases of polar bears stalking entire camps, circling at night, testing defenses. And unlike other bears, there's no play dead strategy. They are relentless, because for them, you're not a threat, you're dinner. You thought hippos were terrifying? Polar bears take it further. They're the largest carnivores on land, and yet they move like ghosts. You won't see them coming until it's too late. And speaking of ambush hunters, number 6 is the saltwater crocodile. Lurking in rivers from India to Australia, the saltwater crocodile is basically a living dinosaur. These reptiles can grow over 20 feet long and weigh more than a car. They don't roar, they don't chase, they wait. Here's how it works. You walk too close to the water's edge, and suddenly, bam, you're in its jaws. A croc's bite force is over 3,700 pounds per square inch. That's enough to crush steel. Once it grabs you, it performs a death roll, spinning its body violently until bones snap and flesh tears. And remember when we talked about hippos? Crocs don't fear them. There are recorded battles where crocodiles take down buffalo, sharks, even wild horses. These animals are ambush assassins, perfectly evolved over millions of years. But as terrifying as they are, they still don't match the level of ferocity of the next animal. In fact, to explain number 6 properly, I need to skip ahead to number 5. At number 5 is the wolverine. Here's a predator that doesn't make sense. It weighs less than a teenager, but it takes down moose. Wolverines live in frozen wilderness, often alone, patrolling huge territories. They're small, 30 to 40 pounds, but pound for pound, one of the strongest mammals alive. Their jaws can chew through frozen bones. Their claws rip apart prey 2 or 3 times their size. There's a story of a wolverine driving a full-grown wolf pack away from a carcass just by charging in. Wolves outnumbered it, outweighed it, yet they retreated. Why? Because wolverines don't stop. They fight until either they die or you do. And if you think the honey badger's unkillable, meet its colder cousin. Temperatures that would freeze most predators to death, the wolverine thrives. It's like evolution said, "Hold my beer," and made this little monster. Pause if you need to process that, because the next animals, they're about to redefine aggression.
Number 4. The African buffalo. If lions are kings of the savannah, then buffalo are the mafia. Hunters call them Black Death, and for good reason. They're unpredictable, extremely aggressive, and they hold grudges. Unlike most prey animals, buffalo don't just flee when threatened, they fight back. And if you injure one and it escapes, don't celebrate yet. There are chilling reports of buffalo circling back hours later, ambushing the hunter who thought he got away. These creatures weigh up to 2,000 pounds and can charge at 35 miles per hour. Their horns are designed like battering rams, curving forward into a shield of bone. They've flipped safari vehicles, gored lions, and crushed leopards. Your pet dog might win against a rabbit or a squirrel. Against a buffalo, forget it. This isn't just an animal, it's a tank on hooves. And if you think that's bad, wait until you hear about the next predator, because it hunts in packs and plays with its food. Counting down to number 3, the killer whale, also known as orca. Orcas are the ocean's apex predator. Sharks, they're appetizers. Orcas work together like a military strike team, coordinating attacks with precision. But here's the twisted part. They don't just kill to eat, they kill for fun. I can't believe I'm allowed to tell you this, but orcas literally toss seals into the air, sometimes 50 feet high, just to practice hunting skills. They'll drown blue whales, the largest animals on Earth, simply because they can. And here's a controversial statement. Orcas might be smarter than humans in the water. They invent new hunting strategies, teach them to their young, and adapt faster than most scientists can study them. They've even been recorded targeting great white sharks just for their livers, a surgical strike so precise it looks like an alien experiment. So yeah, we call them killer whales for a reason. And if that freaks you out, wait until you hear about the animal that's killed more humans than all of these predators combined. At number 2, the mosquito. Tiny, harmless looking, but make no mistake, the mosquito is the deadliest animal on Earth. Remember when I say hippos kill 500 people a year? I lied. It's worse. Mosquitoes kill over 725,000 humans every single year, spreading diseases like malaria, dengue, Zika, and yellow fever. They've shaped human history more than any predator alive. Wars have been lost, civilizations weakened, populations decimated, all because of this insect. Think about it. A 3-ton hippo can't touch the global death toll of something that weighs less than a paperclip. And here's where it gets terrifying. Mosquitoes are evolving. Many species are developing resistance to insecticides, meaning the tools we use to control them may not work forever. So yes, the mosquito isn't ripping people apart with claws or teeth, but it doesn't have to. It's slow, silent, and unstoppable. And yet the number 1 most aggressive animal? That title belongs to something else entirely. Finally, at number 1, the Komodo dragon. This is where the list ends and where nightmares begin. The Komodo dragon is the largest lizard on Earth, growing up to 10 feet long, with a mouthful of serrated teeth that drip with venom. And this isn't the kind of venom that kills instantly. No, Komodo venom is cruel. It lowers your blood pressure, prevents clotting, and makes you bleed out slowly. Here's how it hunts. The dragon bites once, then follows patiently. You weaken with every step, your body shutting down while it stalks you from a distance, sometimes for hours, sometimes for days. And when you finally collapse, it eats you alive.
But here's the kicker. A Komodo dragon can smell a dying animal from 2.5 miles away. That means the moment you're wounded, it's already coming for you. So let me ask you this. Which is worse? The mosquito silently killing millions, or the Komodo dragon methodically hunting one person at a time? Drop your choice in the comments. That's all for today. More terrifying animal facts are on the way, so hit subscribe, because trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next.